Elaine Vasquez with you today, filling in for Mark Westwood. But this is the Don Williams Tax Savers and More show. Don, thank you so much for allowing me to fill in for Mark as he recuperates from a little bit of surgery.
And we wish him well.
We do. Unless I really like this gig, then maybe he can take another day off next week. I'm just kidding. So, Don, talk to me. What you want to talk about exemptions? What is going on with exemptions? What do you want to talk about?
Well, as I drove in, I saw a lot of clouds again.
Okay.
So I think the rainy weather is not over. And along with it comes wind, comes snow up in the higher areas. And I'm going to go over, it brought to my mind the disaster calamity form and program. By the way, these are statewide programs, so no matter where you're at in the state of California, whether it's San Bernardino County or any of the other counties, 58 counties, they're statewide. So everything I say is related anywhere. So because our radio station goes 200 miles in every direction, so we're into Los Angeles County, Riverside County. In fact, during the LA County fires, the big fires, they lost over 11,000 structures. We actually, during my time, I was the county assessor. I retired in 2008. We actually lost 15,000 in our disaster, but they lost bigger. Most of ours, 15,000 was houses. Mm-hmm. And whereas what they lost commercial, churches, just everything you could think of. It destroyed a city. And so they, in that sense, and their total valuation loss was far exceeded ours. Number of properties-wise, we exceeded theirs. But, so I'm going to go over this disaster and calamity program. And, it takes, when a house gets totally destroyed, it may take you 2, 3, 4 years to rebuild that.
If we're lucky, huh?
Yeah, and now a lot of them have already started in LA County, but most of them haven't. But there's some that are getting that well underway.
Well, even with our recent floods that we had in December, I think there caused some damage in like Lytle Creek and different parts of our area. So maybe what you're going to talk about is going to affect that as well.
Well, and that's one of my points. That started right there, hit the nail on the head. Not the head on the nail, but the nail on the head. See, hit the head on the nail.
I think you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. Anyway, and that is this. No matter what the disaster is, and no matter if it's a regional or just you as a personal, and whether it's fires, floods, mudslides,
earthquakes,
tornadoes.
Does earthquakes count?
Earthquakes count, absolutely. They don't think we got tornadoes in California, but we do. Mm-hmm. The Midwestern states, Kansas and in Oklahoma and Nebraska and around that area, they got tornadoes, Missouri. But we got them out here in California too.
Yes,
and we don't think of that. We don't have maybe the hurricanes. We may not have hurricanes out here like on the East Coast, but no matter what the disaster, and it could be a personal disaster to your house, your property, and not just houses, by the way, it's commercial also and so on. So whether it's any of the things, and we probably missed some of the ones.
I think you did a pretty good job. So how does the exemption work?
Okay, as long as there's at least $10,000 or more in damage. So obviously, if your house was totally destroyed or your property was, obviously you qualify.
Right.
And the program is Section 170 of the R&T Code, but I have a form. Before I retired from being a county assessor, I had all the forms put on our website. So
and they're still there?
They're still there, and they can go in under the county website and go to the assessor, or they can probably go directly to the assessor website. And if they haven't changed it, I've got the website for them. It's https://arc.sbcounty.gov.
What form is it?
This is no, not that one. This one is the damaged property assessment application.
I think you can also just Google damage property assessment form.
Well,
and it'll come up. It'll go to that website and it'll come up.
You could do it that way. You can go into the assessor website, click on forms, find the forms, click on it, and
Right.
it'll have all the forms listed. I had them all put on there before I left office, and so anyway, so in it again back to the 10,000 minimum. Obviously, if it's completely destroyed, you got no problem there. And it
Qualifying.
says on there that you got up to 12 months to fill this thing out. Well, you know what? If you've got damage, you want property tax relief now. You don't want to wait 12 months. So I recommend they write, please expedite and get them on it. But the assessor has the obligation to himself or his appraisers and deputy assessors to go out and find them and do it. But if you've just got like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 and it's you only, they may never know that the thing happened for them to go out and lower it. And so, now back in the days when I was the assessor, we had to do everything with appraisers. Now the computer programs are such they can check the whole county over. And,
So is technology working for us?
oh yes, absolutely. They saves money on not having to have as many offices. I had 9 offices. Now they only got 6. I think it is. And so
You had 9 offices when you were assessor for the San Bernardino
San Bernardino
County?
County Assessor's Office. We went all the way from Ontario all the way to Needles. The one that had a one-man office out in Needles and a small office up in Twin Peaks, and so we they closed. They need to reopen it. They closed the Fontana office, and that we had it. It was open, and believe me, Fontana, Rialto, that area, they need that over there. And you know what? I was looking around, and on Foothill, between Rialto and Fontana, there's a big county building. And I see, because of the computer and all that, we don't need as many appraisers anymore. So a small office with a computer there, there's a lot of seniors like to go in.
Well, I agree with that. I am a senior, but I kind of like to talk to the person sometimes or talk on the phone. I don't want to do everything electronically online because sometimes my questions are more detailed than the answers that they're providing on the website, and I want to ask more questions.
And that's true, and I agree with you, and I'm one of those.
Okay.
I like to go in, talk to the person, get the form in person.
Right.
If I have any questions, they can go over it with me.
Right.
And if I got to bring proof in of anything, they're there to tell me, and I like that. The younger generation,
What's the younger generation?
they like
50?
they like to go in on the computer, do everything with that on the website, and where I like to do things in person too.
I do too.
And some things like, and I'm going to digress. I want to get back to this though, the disaster form. But if the disabled veterans exemption, there's 3 different ones of those. Now in those cases, they're going to need to coordinate from the Veterans Administration, the VA, because they're the ones There's 3 programs that I know of. 2 are 100% disabled, service connected. 2 100%. One has income that you got to prove, and the other you don't. And then the third one, which not too many people know about, what if you have less than 100%? Because a lot of people do.
Right, absolutely.
If your doctor will certify that you cannot work in any job or occupation, you can qualify. Now, what I don't know is how low it goes down.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you so much for that. And talking about exemptions, Don, this is your show, but I'm going to go ahead and welcome our first guest. Holding on the line is Carol Dixon. She's an event planner. She might have a different title, and she may share that with us. But she's with San Bernardino Valley College. She's helping their event. She doesn't work for Valley College, but I know you know Valley College. Let's go ahead.
Sure, I used to be an instructor in real estate. I taught 3 classes there at Valley College.
Oh, very good. So then you definitely know the campus. Let's go ahead and bring on Carol. Is she there?
Hello.
Hi, Carol. Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you,
So,
too.
thanks for being a guest on the Don Williams Tax Savers and More. Here comes the more part. And this is Don's show, and I'm filling in for Mark Westwood today to talk to you. And Don was excited that you were going to be talking about Valley College because, as he just described, he was an instructor there. Was that about 5 years ago?
No, a little more than that. And
Okay.
I also took classes there.
As did I. I think when we think of San Bernardino Valley College, there isn't many people, maybe our engineer didn't go there, but other than that, I think many people have gone to Valley College for over the decades for whatever reason. Okay, Carol, so can you share a little history about Valley College?
Well, we're going to go back 100 years. So the college was first established in 1926, and they didn't actually have classes that were held on the campus as we know it today, but they went to Colton and some of the other high schools that were around to begin the very start of Valley College. And something that's kind of interesting about it that we're going to be celebrating at our gala, which will be on March 27th, is the fact that 1926, of course, was when we were started, as well as Route 66, which was also started in 1926.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, and
well,
the campus itself is on Mount Vernon Avenue, which was the old Route 66.
Oh, I didn't know that. So, and Don, you knew that because he's nodding
yeah,
his head
and
yes.
Foothill Boulevard in Rialto goes over to, that was Route 66.
Yep, absolutely. 5th Street, which was at one point Route 66. So, Carol, your current president at, excuse me, your current president at San Bernardino Valley College is Dr. Gilbert Contreras. Is he excited about this 100-year celebration?
Oh, yes. He's been planning this and working on it for a year now. And in addition to doing the gala itself, the campus is holding 100 events, to commemorate all of the different occasions and things that they want to celebrate.
100 events?
Milestone.
What does
Yes,
that look
100
like?
Thank goodness I don't have to do all of them.
Wow, that's a lot. As I was indicating, many of us have gone to San Bernardino Valley College, whether it was a semester or right out of high school, over the years, and it's grown so much from the time that I did work on the campus of San Bernardino Valley College for KVCR television and radio for 25 years, which I loved my time there. But the campus has evolved so much. New buildings, old buildings coming down, which is kind of heartbreaking, but new buildings coming, always growing. North Hall was once very popular, still is. KVCR used to be on the campus in North Hall. And it's just a beautiful campus. It has grown so much, much more technology is there than there was before. Don, do you remember what year you were teaching?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask that question.
Okay.
But it was...
Just give me the decade.
Let's see, I retired in 2008, so it was prior to that.
Prior to 2008.
I taught real estate appraisal, real estate practice, and real estate principles.
And did you teach during the daytime, or were you a nighttime teacher?
Nighttime.
Nighttime. So you
Nick
did a kind of...
Zumbas was the head of
Oh, I
both the
remember
real estate,
Nick, yes.
real estate and the business division, and he's the one that hired me.
Oh, got it. I remember Nick. That goes back a ways. I started at Valley College in 1999 and worked for the public television and public radio station for 25 years. We have lost Carol, so we're going to talk a little bit about Valley till we can get her back. Hopefully, she's trying to call back. Is she there again? No, you'll let me know when she's there, right, Engineer Eric? Go ahead. Yep. So just speak. Is there a line flashing? Do you have a line flashing? Okay. So we're going to get Carol back on the phone and continue to talk about this gala that's coming up. Okay. Carol, you're back with us. Thank you so much. So I was talking about the campus and its development and how it's grown over the years. And Don was able to remember that he was there as a nighttime teacher teaching real estate prior to 2008. But let's talk about, since we just have a few minutes left, let's talk about the highlights of this gala. There's going to be a band. There's going to be honorees of community members. Tell me the name of the evening. What's the event called?
So it's going to be called Centennial Journey, and of course
Makes
it will
sense.
be a journey through the decades, and we'll be highlighting different things in each decade as to, what happened in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s and so forth. And kind of one of the special features is that we have an automotive department, and they restore classic cars. They're going to have a Buick Standard 6 Model 28 that's been completely restored by the students.
Nice.
And we will have that actually in our cocktail reception for people to take selfies with.
Beautiful. That must have been your idea.
Yeah, well, we're going to add along the walkway. We will have classic cars from all of the different decades. So, starting from the 2020s and working your way all the way back to the 1920s, some really beautiful automobiles that have been, donated to show off by some of our local car clubs and folks in the neighborhood. So that should be kind of fun for guests. And for the men who always groan that they have to go to another one of these black tie affairs, they might have some fun looking at the cars.
Well, that's good. That's giving them something that they might enjoy other than just the getting dressed up, because you know how much men love. Some men like getting dressed up. The man I live with does not. He'd rather be in shorts. He'd rather be in shorts and a hat and not have to do all that. But there's also going to be some silent and live auctions, and you have some really awesome things that will be going up for auction. Can you share some of the items?
Yes. Well, of course, we're going to be doing a very fancy dinner with our community college chancellor. So Diana Rodriguez will be hosting that. We have autographed baseballs from the Dodgers, back-to-back World Series winners.
Ohtani.
So if we have any fans out there for Shohei Ohtani
there you go.
Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, we're going to have all of those. We've got beautiful jewelry coming from Queen's Jewelers is donating a beautiful, gorgeous amethyst ring that's gold and with diamonds. And we also have Redlands Jewelers who's donating an aquamarine cushion cut diamond, which is also gold with diamonds on it as well. And we have Emerson, who is also from Redlands, who is also going to be donating some earrings that are gold and mother of pearl. So we've got some beautiful jewelry.
And
can you
call in your support, or do you have to be present to win?
Sorry, Lillian, you must be present to win.
Okay, so because that aquamarine sounded really nice.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we've got some really good things, and I hope everybody will participate.
And then
Sorry, I've got to turn this one off.
Okay, that's okay. And then there'll be honorees. I know we don't want to give away who's being honored by, we want people to be there, but I'm assuming their honorees are either maybe people that either worked at Valley, attended Valley, or just community leaders here in our Inland Empire region.
Yes, we're going to have two different categories. So the first one is going to be Golden Honorees, and then the second one is Centennial. So we will be honoring those who were actually alumni, and we will also be honoring some of the folks in the community who have done great things for our region.
And then I just want to say, when you were talking about the Centennial Journey, did you note when KVCR went on the air as one of the first public television stations in the nation? Because George, who was the governor then? George Brown. He was the governor, and he turned KVCR, flipped the switch to turn KVCR on. So that should be in there somewhere. I'm just saying.
1954, we got it.
All right, right on. That's good to hear. Very good to hear. And then you'll also have a live band.
We will. So we have two bands, actually. We have one that's going to be in the cocktail reception in our brand new building, which is where, again, the automotive takes place and so forth. It's called the Applied Technology Building.
That's where the event is taking place?
That's the first part. That's the cocktail reception.
Okay.
And we'll do the cocktail reception and some of the silent auction items, one of which I forgot to tell you is lessons on how to drive a Model T. That's a really fun one. So we
Don,
will have
you ever driven a Model T?
There.
My brother owned a Model
T. And did you drive it? Did he let you?
No, and my dad didn't let him keep it.
Oh, okay, very good. So you're gonna have a Model T lessons. That's very cool.
It was a convertible.
That's kind of unique to have something like that, Carol.
Well, I guess it's a double clutch, or it's a little tricky to operate, but we're going to at least do two packages for that, so people can come out and learn how to drive the Model T. It's kind of fun. And the band in that area is Pepper Moon. And so they're going to be doing kind of 20s, 30s, some of the more oldies kind of music.
Oh, good. The good music.
The good music. Yes, before we move over to the gym. So then we'll go to the gymnasium. And in the gym, we will have radio ready, and they'll be doing music from all of the decades.
Okay, now let me just say, when you go over to the gym, I've seen you and I've seen some of these galas in the past. It's not going to look like a gym. It is going to be so, I mean, I don't know it, but I know from experience and working with you, Carol, over the years that it's going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous room to really experience the 100-year centennial.
Yes, we're planning on gold walls, so they'll all be draped in beautiful gold velvet. We'll be hanging chandeliers. I don't think you'll know that it used to be a gymnasium,
Exactly.
other than from how you enter. So it should be really, really beautiful.
All right. Well,
And
let's talk about what the real reason of the gala. Of course, to celebrate, but it'll be an evening of raising funds, and the funds go to, and how do the students benefit?
Yes, so everything goes to the student programs. We are looking for student scholarships and trying to raise as much as we can, possibly. Everything works through the foundation. So they give out, I think last year they gave out about $800 to $1 million in student scholarships, which was fantastic.
Excellent.
Again, to cover tuition and books and all of the kinds of costs that students have. We also have an emergency fund, in case students need money in a pinch. So all of those kinds of things that are, of course, completely supportive of the students are the kinds of things that we're raising the money for. It does not go to staff or anything like that, or faculty or administration. It all goes really towards the students, and there is such a strong support system for them at Valley, and many, many programs that are very worthy of the dollars earned.
Yeah, Valley, as I was describing, has really grown over the years, and so many new programs. The truck driver, I can't think of the name, where they're learning how to drive diesel trucks and work on diesel trucks, and the mechanics of diesel trucks. There has just been, and then the new applied technology. I haven't seen that building, but I remember when it was breaking ground. And the campus is just gorgeous. Don, have you seen the campus recently?
No, I haven't.
You really should go this night and support them and be a part of it, because it'll be a beautiful, beautiful evening. Carol, is there anything else you want to share about the Centennial Journey?
Well, we're on sale now. Tickets just went up January 1st. Invitations are going out as we speak, and we hope to see a lot of folks out there. We know we've got a lot of alums, and we consider you an alum even if you only took one class. So,
well, I was definitely an alum. Did you ever go to school there, Don?
Oh, yes, I did. I took, in fact, my AA degree, that's what they give.
Right.
Actually was from Chaffee, but I finished up classes at Valley.
So mine was, I got kicked out of Cal State Northridge, and because I went from a 3.6 to a 1.0 GPA, and they warned me, and I didn't believe them. And then I had to go to Valley, and it was a good time. It was a good year, and I was grateful for Valley College being there and supporting students just like me so they could go on or at least get their associate's degree. All right, Carol is going to be with us for our next segment, but right now we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk to Carol Dixon about the Headdress Ball, the Assistants League. Stay with us.
This is KCAA.
KCAA, where life's much better. So download the app in your smart device today. Listen everywhere and anywhere. Whether you're in Southern California, Texas, or sailing on the Gulf of Mexico, life's a breeze with KCAA. Download the app in your smart device today.
I'll be sailing out of yesterday in the Gulf of Mexico.
KCAA. This segment sponsored by Assured Shutters Inc. of Mentone. Tax refunds are right around the corner, and if you're expecting some money back, you might think about using some of those funds for a dramatic, impressive home improvement that adds a measurable investment to your home. Assured customers use words like beautiful, affordable, and practical. They're locally made, handcrafted, and custom designed. Assured Shutters Inc. can make your living space impressive and comfortable, adding the right amount of style, light, and privacy to your home. Money well spent at Assured Shutters There's no middleman. They offer a free, no-pressure, in-home estimate. Save hundreds of dollars by going directly to AssuredShuttersInc.com or just Google Assured Shutters Inc. Serving Southern California for over 20 years. Their product is guaranteed for a decade. You can call 909-794-6008. That's 909-794-6008. Or catch them on their Facebook page, Assured Shutters Inc. of Mentone.
More than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio each month for news, weather, and emergency information. A new bill in Congress would make sure AM radio remains in cars, because when cell and internet services are down, this free service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to support the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This important time-sensitive message is brought to you by this station's generous sponsor, George Litchfield Associates, who has important Medicare information for all current and future Medicare recipients about some big changes happening. Medicare Clarified. Medicare is a nonprofit consumer service organization.
It's more important than ever to review your Medicare plan for 2025 from October 15th through December 7th. To find out if you're in the right plan for you, people are calling 951-769-0005. 951-769-0005. A popular and local Medicare plan is improving. Others are raising copays and adding deductibles. Biggest changes in the Medicare drug program in 15 years.
We thank George Litchfield and Litchfield Insurance for their generous support of this radio station.
Miss your favorite show? Download the podcast at kcaaradio.com.
Well, welcome back. Those are our sponsors, and we're grateful for our sponsors. That's how we keep stuff on the radio, is with those commercials and all of our sponsors. I'm Lillian Vasquez, filling in today for Mark Westwood. This is the Don Williamson Taxsaver and More show. Our guest last segment was Carol Dixon with the San Bernardino Valley College, and now it's going to be Carol Dixon with the Headdress Ball. And welcome back, Carol. Thanks for hanging in there. Let's talk about the Assistance League. But before we talk about the Headdress Ball, I want to know a little bit about the Assistance League, and I know you know some of the history, but share the mission and maybe the history of Assistance League.
Well, what a lot of people don't realize is that it's a national organization. You know, everybody thinks we're just local here, where actually we are one of 109 chapters of the entire country. We all have philanthropies that are a little bit different. We were one of the first ones that were founded and chartered in 1947. Which was kind of cool. We have a chapter house as well, and we have 2 philanthropies. So ours are the Dr. Earl R. Crane Children's Dental Health Center, and we also have Operation School Bell. So
all right.
Each Assistance League does their own.
Right. So for those that may not know what Operation School Bell is, because I know some of the other chapters have an Operation School Bell, but share with Don, because he may not know this, and maybe our listeners don't as well. Talk to me about Operation School Bell, what it is and how it works.
Yeah, it originated in 1983, and this is where all of the members, which is really kind of fun because it's very hands-on, we meet students who are brought to Walmart or one of the other local retailers, and we shop with them to get new school clothing. So it'll be everything from head to toe, so including, shoes and socks and pants, skirts, dresses, or whatever their school clothing is. We also do personal hygiene products that we put together in bags and give out to them as well. And the students are all referred by the San Bernardino City Unified School District. So, they have determined who might be in need of additional clothing or in need of new clothing. And so the students come out, and like I said, we actually take them individually and go around and let them pick out the things that they want. of course, within reason.
Right. I'm going to inject a little here. As a member of the Assistance League, I'm going to be totally honest. I am a member of Assistance League and have been for probably 15, maybe 18 years. And I have to say, Operation School Bell is really a wonderful opportunity for us as the league gals to go out with these kids and take them throughout the store and get everything they need, and they get to choose what they want, and it's very gratifying for us to do that because some of these kids, sometimes it's the first time they've had something new. They've either had hand-me-downs or thrift stores, and nothing wrong with thrift stores. I live at them. But it's just something to watch the kids' face when they'll say, do I get that too? Is that for me? Can I have that all by myself? And when you hear some of those words, you just go, yes, this is why we do the headdress ball, which we'll talk about since that's one of the fundraisers to allow Assistance League to do that. So Operation School Bell is one of my, it's very close to my heart. I've enjoyed doing that. And I remember taking my daughter with me when she was little. And she just said to me, Mommy, just buy them whatever they need. And I said, yes, baby, I can't because it wouldn't be fair. But they all get a certain amount. And they choose their item, and it's just a very gratifying experience. All right, let's talk about Dental Center, the Earl R. Crane Dental Center.
Yeah, the Earl R. Crane Children's Dental Health Center. So that was established in 1949. And, I mean, so many places are so surprised that we do complete, professional dental services. We service uninsured children and kind of the ones that are in the middle where they don't have enough insurance in order to cover dental care and that sort of thing. So sometimes we might, provide services for $20 or $5 or nothing if they can't afford it. So it's all kind of based on each individual story. We work with adults as well. So we'll go from ages 5 to 25 if they're living in San Bernardino or the surrounding communities. And in addition to the on-site services, we also have patient referrals, and we do financial support for dental specialists. So sometimes we'll do some orthodontist services, full braces, or sometimes we've had maxillofacial surgery on a couple of different patients that we've had come through. So if it's something that the dentist there cannot work with or that we need a specialist with, oftentimes we will send them out for that as well. And in addition to the dentist and the dental assistant, the member volunteers, we also go and do outreach to the San Bernardino City Unified School District, the elementary schools, and we do screenings with the dentist to see how the kids' teeth are, and we also provide sealant treatments to 3rd and 4th grade students and dental hygiene kits to all of them as well.
So when the gals go out with the dentist to the different schools, and there's several schools in San Bernardino, it's the elementary level. Is it one specific grade that they always check, and then, or how does that work?
They do screenings in the sealants to the 3rd and 4th grade students.
Okay, I thought we used to do it a little younger.
We used to do it kindergarten,
Yeah.
but there's a program that's covering kindergartners right now that I think it's a state program or something. So we bumped up to 3rd and 4th graders.
Well, that's great.
We didn't want to duplicate services, and so it worked out really well so that we're servicing even more children. And again, especially since there's other coverage for the younger kids, we're trying to fill in that gap.
Oh, that's great. So we, as the Assistance League, and there's also a auxiliary league called Les Confrères, which are the women that get together but are not part of Assistance League. It's an offshoot of it, I guess, or I guess the auxiliary group of it.
Auxiliary.
Yeah. Are able to raise the money enough to have a full-time dentist? Is that how that works?
We actually have 2 part-time dentists right now.
Oh.
So it creates enough work for them, but both of them, one has a practice in San Bernardino as well, and the other one, I'm not sure if he has a practice or not, but they share the hours. So one comes in on one day and one comes in on another. So that's how we're doing the program for the most part. But then we do have a full-time dental assistant who's there to assist whichever dentist is in at that time.
Right. And where is the dental center located?
It's on 6th Street. So it's in the Van Clute Johnson Memorial Building at 580 West 6th Street, kind of across from the library.
And do they have to have a referral to come there? Do they go through the school, or how does that work?
They do. They need to go through the school district and make sure that they're referred over, so that's basically how we see the patients, and that's how they're selected. Some of the older ones are referrals from other programs. I'm not positive how they come through, whether it's other dental centers or something that sends them to us. But like I said, we have treated people up to 25 years old.
Wow, that's I'm proud to be a part of that group, and so glad to be talking to you, Carol. This is Carol Dixon. She is. What's your role with the Headdress Ball this year? What is the title?
This year, I'm actually going to be one of the chairs, and
so you are one of the
director.
chairpersons. All right,
I am one of the chairs
and the director. Okay, so now in order to have the dental center and in order to do Operation School Bell, we have to raise money. So that leads us to the 64th annual Signature Headdress Ball, which will be Saturday, May 2nd at the National Orange Show. All right, what is the Headdress Ball?
Headdress Ball. How can I describe this? We bring out ladies from the community. Oftentimes they are our members. Sometimes we have guests who come out, and they model these huge headdresses that can measure anywhere from 6 to maybe 12 feet off the top of your head. If you can imagine something like a showgirl who has all of the big high feathers and the big headdress that she walks around in. So we have 10 designers and 10 models who the designers create each of the beautiful headdresses that don't actually sit on a model's head, but there's a whole contraption and device that goes down their back that helps to keep the headdress in an upright position and allows the model to walk and to dance underneath it. Lillian, you were a beautiful model a couple of years ago. You came out and did our ball, and I think you were a chimney sweep, weren't you?
I was Mary Poppins, the chimney sweep. Yes, we were. And, you know, I enjoyed that ball. I think I've modeled 5 times over the years, and each time has been a wonderful experience. It's the headdresses are big, and they can weigh up to sometimes 20 pounds. And you wear a corset, and then you have a pole is down your back, so it's really sitting on your back and not on your head, but it feels like it's on your head. And when you're trying to dance, I remember the year we did the Beatles. I had a really small headdress. It was so easy to dance with. It was, I think, When I'm 64 was the, now I'm really there. So it was a great opportunity. It really is a good show. The ladies really give it their all, and none of them are professionals. Anyone involved in this is all volunteer, and although there are a few dance groups that do support some of the models, but it's all amateurs, and we do, I think, a bang-up job.
I would say so, yes. Do you want to hear this year's theme?
I absolutely do, and then this year is a little different, so I want you to tell me what's in store for this year. Okay.
Our theme is called It's a Murder Mystery, and we're calling it The Game is Afoot. So there will be the 10 models, as I had said before, and each model will be a suspect. And since it's called The Game is Afoot, each headdress will be representing a game. Oh. So there will be different games on different models' heads, if you can imagine that. It's going to be a fun production. There will be clues. Some of them will be right before your very eyes when you walk in the door. Others you might have to watch the numbers and watch the headdresses closely to see if you see something. Others, you might be asked to talk to somebody who could let something go so that you'll learn a little clue about what's going on and who gets killed and why they get killed. And it should be a lot of fun. It's going to be very tongue-in-cheek and something that's done in kind of a cartoon style, which we've done with the models. All of the graphics are sort of a little bit of a nod to cartoons, so it's a little more lighthearted.
Nice. So when we say games, are we talking like Monopoly and Clue, or what games are we talking about? Are you able to share?
Yeah, all kinds of games. So Monopoly is actually one of them that we're going to be doing. So we have Ms. Penny Moneybags, and she will be modeling a Monopoly-style headdress. We also have the game Mahjong, and we have a model who is going to come out, and she's going to feature some of those beautiful tiles and things that come with Mahjong. And if you remember Mario and Luigi,
Yes.
the Mario brothers.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's a game, right?
Yes,
So
sure is.
we have Princess Peach, who will be modeling as well, and I'm not sure what they're doing for her headdress yet, but that should be a lot of fun too. So they're all kind of along those lines, and just kind of fun in different types of headdresses this year that will be unique.
So you, as the director, often select the music so that the models, when we say model, they're not like walking a runway and modeling. They're really dancing. They're moving. There is someone there to choreograph the dance scene. They have other assisted dancers on the stage. It's really a big production. So just to say your model is I don't think it does it justice, because these gals are working hard. They're in rehearsal now. They'll be rehearsing till the day before, right?
May.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Go
We
ahead.
have a lot of music that's going on. We also have some guest models that are coming in, and one of the special things this year that we're really excited about is the fact that our dentist, Dr. Tagatak, is actually going to be modeling as well. So, and he's somebody that we've never had model, so it will be unique and really fun as well. I can't get away from my phone ringing all the time.
I'm so sorry about that. So typically we have the models are from the Assistance League or the Lake and Frere. But a few years back, I'm going to say maybe 10 years ago, they started, the group decided to bring women from throughout the community. And it was really a great idea because it brought more people to the Headdress Ball. I remember one year I represented the Autism Society, and we've had people from Santa Claus Inc., Karen, I can't think of her last name, I modeled, and we've
DiCarlo.
had, yeah,
Yes,
Karen
DiCarlo modeled.
right, and then we had, I think, the mayor of Highland, she modeled.
Is that Penny?
Penny, that's right. That is
Yeah,
right.
Penny Lilburn is actually
And
back.
she's back this year. So when you bring people from not just within the Assistance League, but outside the Assistance League, they then sell their tickets to other people, and other people come in. And once you've gone to the Headdress Ball, hopefully you'll go again, because it's just so fascinating. It's beautiful. It's just very entertaining. And it's right here in our own backyard. It'll be held at the Orange Show again this year. Any little last minute things you want to say of what goes on? Because there's two shows, right? There's the matinee and the evening.
Yes, matinee and evening shows. So if you need to come out in the morning, you can do that. Doors are going to open at 9:30, or if you'd prefer to come to the gala and dress up to the nines, that will open at 5 o'clock with a champagne reception. And I was going to say it's going to be a lot of fun this year. And if you haven't been, you really need to come. It's one of those things you must do in San Bernardino. We're known for it, and just come to have a good time, and it serves such a good cause.
Right, 64 years of doing this. Carol, so I'm going to put you on the spot because you've modeled as well. Talk to me about the experience and just the leading up to it with the rehearsals and then the dress rehearsal week. Tell me a little bit about you doing this and over the years.
Well, as the director, I put together the show. So it starts from, again, doing the cast, coming up with who the models will be, who the choreographers will be to do the numbers, working on the music, and also getting the designers set up and the coordinators. Each number has a coordinator who assists their model every year so that she learns her steps, and again, she's able to step into the apparatus in order to model her headdress. And I usually try to put some kind of a script to it, so that it's a story that's being told from the beginning to the end through whatever the models are having on their heads, based on that theme. So that's sort of what my role is. I'm usually behind the scenes, and, we have to call when somebody's going out on stage if she gets stuck in the curtains, which has happened before.
Yep.
And then we might have to move to something different and then come back and bring her back out again. So it is quite a production.
It is definitely a production. And I remember I chaired it one time with you and a couple other gals, and we did The Wizard of Oz. Of course, Carol created the whole script as she usually does, but The Wizard of Oz was one of my favorites because it went through the whole show, and we had, the Wicked Witch, and we had Glinda, and we had
Dorothy.
Dorothy, yes, we definitely
Yeah.
had Dorothy. So it is quite a production, and each year Carol is the creator as well, and comes up with different themes. And I don't know how you do it, Carol, where you always come up with something new. Can you share some of the other headdresses names over the years?
Oh, sure. I was going to say, the one that we did, of course, was The Wizard of Oz, which was fabulous, and we spelled Oz A-H-S for the dental center, like you say Oz when you go to the dentist. Do you remember that?
Yep.
And let's see, we've done the Beatles, which was really fun. And actually, Lillian, I saw you standing there.
Oh, is that what it was?
I remember your number. That's exactly the song that you danced to with your headdress. We've had all kinds of themes. Let me think what else we've done. Dance Through the Ages, which was a lot of fun. Again, where we kind of did decades and music from the past ages as well. We've done Broadway. We did Broadway last year, which was really, really popular.
And we did the tribute the one year when we
did a tribute to San Bernardino. Yes,
right, San Bernardino Strong.
And that was beautiful. We had a model who had been in the horrific shooting. Unfortunately, she had been a victim of the gunman.
Right.
And so she had recuperated in the hospital and really, really wanted to do this. She had metal pins in her hips, and we thought that, well, maybe we can give her 30 seconds on stage or something. And she, bless her heart, through the pain or everything else, she went and she did the entire number for 3 minutes. And the chief of police and the first responder that year, who had actually come out when that had happened, the incident happened, were there, and they escorted her onto the stage, and it was a beautiful number.
It was a touching.
We did it to Here Comes the Sun.
Yeah, it was a touching ball, that's for sure. And we do it all to raise funds for our children here in San Bernardino. Last minutes before I let you go, Carol, anything else you want to say other than it's going to be on May 2nd? Where do they get tickets?
And they can go online to get tickets. We are up on Eventbrite. So if they wanted to check out Eventbrite, or if they just want to Google it as well. And am I able to give the actual?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
This is commercial radio. we can say anything just about that we want. Please do.
It's http bit.ly and ALSB HDB 2026. So in other words, it's Assistance League San Bernardino Headdress Ball 2026.
Now, if they don't remember all those numbers and digits and what have you, can they just Google Assistance League?
Yes, Google Assistance League and San Bernardino, just to be sure, and that'll at least get you to our website here in San Bernardino, and that'll give you the link in order to get the tickets. That's probably the easiest way to go.
Okay.
But it's open to the public. A lot of times people think it's invitation only, but it is open to the public.
Absolutely. That's why we're talking about it now. For those that want to support the city of San Bernardino and our kiddos that live here, this is one way to do it. It's a fun, if you want to give it a try, the ticket is a little less expensive during the matinee if daytime is better for you. And give it a try, and it's a nice lunch. And then there's a bunch of silent auction and live auction. Can you share any of the live auction stuff that you have going on for this year, or do you have any of them yet?
Well, every year, one of the ones that's really exciting and fun is Garner Holt. He always allows us to come up with a tour of his factory. And, of course, you know Garner Holt from Disneyland, and he does all of the animatronics and things all over the world. So it's a fascinating tour that he allows us to put up for bid. And also our caterer is providing a dinner for 25 people.
Oh,
and
nice.
You can go wherever you'd like. You can have it at your house. He'll come to your house and serve 25 people a beautiful 4-course gourmet dinner. And one that always brings in a lot of money is one of our designers, Brad Seeley. He and Rick do a fantastic dinner down in Palm Springs, which is where they live. And you go and you spend 3 or 4 hours at their house, and they just bring out course after course after course of fantastic food. He's an amazing chef. And that one people vie for every year.
You know, I
And
remember
it
one
usually
year
brings in the most.
Donna Hoffman bid on that and did that. It was a great experience. I highly recommend it if you're at the ball and you can bid on that. All the items are wonderful, and if you just keep in mind that it's supporting our kids here in San Bernardino. And any other surprises? Any other things that you know about?
I think that'll be what's fun, but I think everybody needs to come and find out who's going to bite the dust.
Who's going to bite the dust? So this, like I said, this is kind of different because they're going to have a story to it, right? You're going to have to kind of pay attention rather than just sit
You'll
back and
have to
enjoy
pay
it.
attention, yes. You'll get to hear each of the models' alibis and what they think they did or they didn't do. And like I said, you'll see clues, video clues, and try to make the best guess that you can.
And you're just doing that for fun to guess who it's going to be. You don't get a prize at the end of it, do you?
Yes, you will get a prize.
Oh,
so,
I love prizes.
The table who has the best answer is going to get a special treat.
Ah, very good. Any other things you have going on before I let you go or before we let you go? Don, have you ever been to the headdress ball? No, I have not. Oh, we need to add that to you. What it is.
Oh,
We need
to add him to our list.
Yes, we do. We definitely need to do that because it's if you don't want to go out at night, it's okay because the matinee, it's the exact same show. They do the dress rehearsal on Friday, actually the whole week leading up to it, but they have a dress rehearsal on Friday, and then Saturday they go at it. They have two. There's a matinee that I think you said at 10 o'clock, and then the evening performance. So it's the models put in as do the crew. We couldn't do it without the crew backstage, making sure they're getting their headdresses on. Backstage is very chaotic. It's people running around, it's dancers, and some of the dancers dance in more than one number, which is really, there's no way. I barely did one number. When Donna Hoffman Boyd modeled, I was in her number to dance, and no, dancing, I would not be on Dancing with the Stars because I would fall flat on my face. I didn't do so well. And then, you're supposed to go left and I'd go right. And yeah, it does all come together. But it's a very entertaining day and evening. And we're grateful for the models to dedicate that kind of time, as well as the designers and the coordinators. It takes, how many people do you think it are really involved in it? 40,
it's
50?
about 100.
Oh, is it really?
100.
Yeah.
Yeah, just about that number. Sometimes it's just a little bit over 100 by the time you count some of the tech people and all of that. And what's interesting, too, that your listeners probably don't know is the fact that the headdresses, the models don't usually get them or get to try them on until that week. So they're very, very new. It's not like they've been practicing in them for months or anything. They've learned their choreography, but it isn't until the week of the show that they actually try it on for the first time. So.
And then some adjustments have to be made because models who have never done it and they put that weight on suddenly can't dance as well as they thought they could dance when they didn't have it on. And so sometimes a few adjustments have to be made because you don't want anybody losing their balance. And, well, some of the designers use feathers, which are very light. Not all the designers use feathers.
They don't. So you have to be careful. I would, before we go, I'd like to give a shout-out to the other headdress ball chairs, just so we acknowledge them, because they're doing a big job here. So we have Linda Bingham, we have Phyllis Huff, Sherry Lopez, and also Margaret Ortiz. So they are the backbone of this project this year, and they're going to be putting in a lot of time and energy, and already have in several ways. Yes. There will be a sponsor reception, too, coming on the 28th of January down at the League House. It's just an open house from 5 to 7. So if you want to learn more about what we do, the Dental Center, learn a little bit more about Operation School Bell, and get your first clue to the Headdress Ball,
Carol
you
Dixon,
can come over to our center.
Thank you so much. The Headdress Ball, May 2nd at the San Bernardino San Bernardino National Orange Show. There we go. Carol, thank you so much. Don, thanks for letting me host with you and sit in. I appreciate that. And Mark should be back, I'm thinking next week.
We may keep you.
Okay. Well, don't tell Mark that. Let's keep it a secret. Carol, thanks so much.
I was going to vote for that, too.
And all right, we're going to say goodnight. And thank you so much for listening.
NBC News.